This episode of the Procrastinators podcast was brought to you by our bonus episode. Go to patreon.com/theprocrastinators and pledge $5 or more to get access to all our bonus monthly episodes. Last month's episode was...
It's game dev, people! We're doing game development.
Here's the racket. You make your shitty game and then tear it apart on your video game analysis YouTube channel.
No,
rack up the millions of views.
You know, that's not even
perfect cycle.
untrue.
Good population.
Car crashes have become the new currency of our society.
So this is the only image that survived of the
Oh my
art.
god.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
That's patreon.com/theprocrastinators. Giving you a boner every single time.
Rise and shine, gamers, and welcome to another episode of the Procrastinators podcast. I, as you know, am the best morning boy, and we've got Ben Saint.
Who? I that's a name I haven't heard in years, Vapes.
We've got Tom Oliver.
I'm the worst morning boy because the mornings are shit. It's all about hardcore nighttime nocturnal power.
Guys, it's 1 p.m. and it's not the morning. And second of all, Tom, you're wrong because time zones just changed. That thing happened, and what happens when the clocks
Daylight
change?
savings time?
Yeah, and now it gets dark at like 4 p.m. It's dark for like
sucks.
18 hours of the day now.
Right.
I
I'm
don't
in my
get it. I
element
don't
far
get it.
longer.
Oh,
You know,
it's too much.
Also, let's get back to this. That's a good topic. But also, Mage is here. Hello.
Hello. I hate the cold.
Speaking of time zones.
Yeah.
That
I hate
we
the
can
cold.
all agree on, I hope.
I do like coats. I do like winter coats.
You can like coats,
God.
but this like.
Ben, your politics are one thing, but liking the cold is something I cannot
No,
stand for.
I don't like the cold. I don't like the cold, but I do like wearing big coats.
Well, surely we can all agree that being inside, while there's perhaps a layer of snow and it's lightly snowing, but you're warm inside with a blanket and perhaps a cup of warm beverage can be a very enjoyable experience. It's the juxtaposition you see, the contradiction in terms that leads to ultimate pleasure.
As you
I know I'm
cast
enjoying
your gaze outside at the fucking broken homeless freezing, and you in your gated castle.
It just makes me
it's
feel
just
great.
Like, yes.
I can feel, my surplus capital just makes me feel so warm and happy inside.
Nate,
It's the best.
I
It's
went
just the
to
best.
the parents' place for Thanksgiving.
Right,
And
Was it nice? Did everyone have a good time?
it was fine.
That's good. Okay.
And they mom was like, here. I got some stuff. Here's Nate said he didn't want this, and it was like a.
It wasn't my shoes, was it? She's not giving away more shoes.
No,
than mine,
it was
I
like a
hope.
black coat with like a furry hood.
Okay, all right, okay. You know what? This is a perfect example of what happened with the shoes. Because when I spoke to Mom, I remember this explicitly. I said, when I come to visit at Christmas, I will decide whether it fits or not. If it doesn't fit, Mom, I told her this.
She told me.
Then we will decide about what to do with it.
She told me it didn't fit. She was like, "Here."
She is a fucking liar.
She was like,
Mom.
Nate
Piece
said.
of shit.
She said, Nate said this doesn't fit him anymore. Do you want it? And I was like, I
okay.
guess, yeah.
Okay, there's some confusion going on in Mom's head, as usual, I guess, because we just spoke about this. I get why it was on her mind. I said, I suspect it doesn't fit, but I will try it on when I'm there in like 25 days, Mom, for Christmas. Don't give it away until then. I like that coat. It may be too small, but I guess I'll find, if it fits Ben, it probably fits me. So there you go, Mom. What the fuck?
Probably.
This is exactly what happened with the shoes. I have no doubt this confirms it in my mind. Mom is just looking to fuck me over as many ways as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
You see what she's trying to do? She's trying
Vindictive.
to force me
That
to take
woman's
drastic
vindictive.
action. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, this Christmas she's gonna get the gift of a lifetime.
This
if
is
you know
gonna
what
be
I'm saying.
this is gonna be prisoner Christmas.
It's prisoner Christmas.
Boo hoo.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I'm thinking of buying a tree, though. Thinking of buying a tree for the apartment, like a little small fake tree we can wheel out.
tree,
I just,
yes,
I just
good.
want to look at it and feel happy, Christmas spirit.
I hate feeling happy.
I see in the stores like these little tiny potted fake Christmas trees. And it's like maybe this year will be the year I'll get a little tiny tree.
Why not?
Just it makes me happy.
I agree. That's the whole point. That's what these things are supposed to do. And I don't know, out here, being on our own out here, not living with our families anymore, there's none of this like group family camaraderie or spirit. Like when you're like in school and like everyone around you's talking about it, and like all the teachers and all the events are like holiday oriented. It really instills that spirit in you. But once you're on your own, you kind of gotta force yourself into that mindset. And I think that it's well worth the slight amount of effort and money. It gives you a stat buff of happiness temporarily.
I love Christmas just because winter is so dreary and depressing and sad and dark and cold. But then well, Christmas comes around, or just before a month or two before Christmas rolls around, everything, all the stores and people sometimes decorate and shiny, sparkly, glittery things, and just it looks so nice and bright and cheerful and colorful, and I like it. Just after New Year's ends though, everything just goes so dark and it's sad.
Yeah, that's when real winter begins. I never feel that cold in December because of these things, I think, but in January, that's when hell has begun.
Yeah, I think January and February are technically the coldest months just because of how the earth rotates.
It's because you have something to look forward to, so you ignore the cold. But as soon as it's all over, you're like, wait a minute, this fucking sucks!
And I guess, what's the next, holiday?
Easter?
Valentine's Day, I guess? Easter, I suppose. Boring. Love and God? No thanks. I don't believe in either of those, sir.
Speaking of holidays, did you buy anything for the Black Friday sales and stuff?
I totally skipped it. I don't give a shit. Tomorrow's Cyber Monday though, so I probably will just do the easy thing and go to Amazon. It's like the online equivalent of Black Friday.
I need a fucking cord for my charger, my mobile charger that I got for Pokemon Go. I bought a fucking good cord to charge my phone, and then it disappeared a week later. I was like, I finally committed to accepting that all my previous cords had been lost and I would never find them again. I swallowed my pride. I bought a new one, and then it was gone.
I almost bought something for Black Friday, but I was bamboozled. I wanted to get a new power supply for for the streaming computer because I'm getting a new streaming setup to do more IM game streams. And I was like, this power supply is shit. I don't want this computer running 24/7 with a budget power supply that came from some crazy Chinese case I got 10 years ago. It'll probably explode. So I found a sick power supply on sale. I was like, oh, dope. I'm buying this. Sick. Good Black Friday. Went to grab my debit card. Came back downstairs. Sale over. I'm like, what the fuck? It's 12:30. What the fuck? It's still there. It's not out of stock. It's just now 3 times as expensive for some reason in the 20 seconds between I'm gonna buy that.
That's fucked up, man.
Dude, the worst. So fuck you, Newegg, you piece of shit. You lost the sale, you ass muncher.
I bought 2 games.
That reminds me. It's
on
on Thanksgiving, we give thanks for things that we appreciate, right? And I thought of something that I'm thankful for, and I'm thankful for the continual movement I'm seeing towards this. I believe it's called, do we call it the Type-C charger?
USB Type-C, yeah.
USB, yes. The fact that the whole world
is that the one
slowly but
that's
surely.
It's the oval.
Yeah, it's the one that's reversible.
Yeah, and it works on both sides. It's reversible. The fact that we're getting this technology, look, the round ones were shit. Type-C, this is the way to go. And the fact that it's becoming more and more universally adopted in things brings me such joy. And once we just all are using one type of cord,
I don't like it because my phone doesn't take it.
Well, get a new phone, Ben.
Give it 10 years, and we'll all.
Well, the sick thing about USB Type-C is the dopest thing about Type-C is it's not even just phone connectors. Type-C does everything. It does display out. Right. It does USB. So assumedly, 10 years from now, literally you'll just go on your computer and it'll just be Type-C everything because every port will do anything you want it to.
Oh, fantastic. Well, yeah, that's exactly what we should be doing.
We'll all be like birds with just one hole that does everything.
Hell yeah.
I look forward to our avian future.
Fuck yeah. Simple, efficient, elegant.
Speaking of things that are literally lighter than air, such as birds, I wanted to give everyone a life update on a little beast named Lord Sesshomaru, and it's that Everyone's been mocking Sesho, been talking shit about how fat my dog is.
So you're finally starved him for
folks.
months, and now he's skin and bones.
He's been on a little diet toe, and he has in fact lost 3 pounds. He went from 28 pounds to 25 pounds.
You decimated
and that's a
him.
hell of a loss.
That's like over 10%.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
I took a sword. I just cleaved his fucking head off, and instantly 3 pounds were gone.
Just cut his tail off. You know, that was like 2 pounds of extra weight that he didn't need. Now it's
true.
gone.
But even after losing the weight, the thing is, I'm vindicated because he looks exactly the same. He's just got a weird corgi body, and it's not his fault that he's big boned and wide and a strange creature that no one will ever love.
That's the same curse I have. No matter how much weight I lose, I still am somehow still fat. It just doesn't matter.
It just comes from mystery areas. I don't know. I look the same. I've lost like 10 pounds. I look fucking exactly the same. But you know, Sesho was at like a doggy daycare thing. We were just like testing a new one because when we go to Christmas, he's got to stay at a daycare place. And there is a what we call the Beagle Brigade. There's just a squad of beagles, and Sesho is half beagle. So, you know, the Beagle Brigade. Now, the Beagle Brigade, to be fair, is somewhat exclusive. They don't just let any beagle join their ranks. You have to be up to a certain snuff. But when Sesho attempted to ooze his way into their ranks, as he does, there was an immediate, harsh rejection, flagrant racism. Flagrant, you know,
this is like the canine equivalent of like a half elf, just spurred by both by both fucking cultures. He has nowhere to be.
Exactly. It's deeply fucked up, and it's unacceptable.
It sounds like some shonen pro-tag material. He can rise above the spurring of his peers and unite the races once and for all.
I can't get down with this multiracial interbreeding bullshit, though, because, I mean, they told us over and over again that human Saiyan hybrids were, quote-unquote, better than pure-blood Saiyans in Dragon Ball Z. Why did Gohan lose every fight he ever fought in, except the one during the Cell Saga that obviously was cheating?
The only
didn't really
one
count.
the
ghost of Goku won it for him.
He needed the ghost of a pure Saiyan to help him out.
That's exactly right. So, you know, your propaganda
I don't know,
failed,
dude. Future
Toriano.
Trunks was a badass, like through and through, 100%.
You're not wrong.
I mean, is anyone more badass than Trunks when he like fucking trains hardcore, goes back to his timeline, and just immediately murks everybody, even though he knows that these androids could be like good people deep down, but no, immediately murders regardless. No consideration.
This point about being good
incredible.
Deep down. You touch on the larger question of what is morality? What can we use to judge people? You know, different timelines. But
I'm just saying, if I was in that situation, I would have a little, maybe 7 seconds of pause. Our boy Trunks, 0. No. Just immediately murdered. And like taking great joy in doing so. And then tracks down Cell, mocks him, and then immediately kills him. Greatest character ever.
Just define goodness as not vulnerable to the tip of my sword.
Indeed.
And then you're done.
Speaking of which, did you guys ever watch, the Future Trunks there had like his own saga in Dragon Ball Super that they tell me is like the best one in Dragon Ball Super?
What?
Did anybody go watch that?
No, I've seen like one episode of Dragon Ball Super.
I saw one clip from the Super where Mr. Satan sort of punches Goku, but not really, and Goku's like, "Oh no, I'm falling! I forgot my tractor."
I got my tractor. Yeah. That was making the rounds on Twitter.
Yep, that's the only scene I saw.
I mean, I just refer to the god of Dragon Ball that I know Jax played on Twitter, and he's always saying that Super is garbage except for the slice of life stuff. So I just take his word for it. Yeah.
You know, just out of curiosity, is Jax a fan of like Dragon Ball Classic?
Yes.
That's the mark of like a true patrician.
He's on record, I believe, saying that it is better than Z.
It's better than... Oh my god, that's unusual, but okay.
I mean, I agree. I think original Dragon Ball is better than Z as well, so...
I mean, it's got to be more... It's just, I mean...
Have you seen
Z
it?
is a classic, obviously, but there's tons of bullshit that we've all just kind of accepted and moved past.
Have you watched OG Dragon Ball?
It's definitely there. I've read the manga up to like, I don't know. I remember, I think right when like he started to fight that guy who throws logs, Lao Z, and like stands on him or whatever, which is where things get really crunk, as I recall. I just gave up.
Speaking of reading manga, I started reading One Piece again.
Yeah,
I'm up to actually this was like last week I did, but I'm up to chapter 855.
What's happening?
Jesus.
We are at oh fuck. It would be kind of spoilery to say, but they are.
I mean, you're in Big Mom arc, I assume.
Yeah, I'm pretty well into Big Mom arc. The girl,
Pudding?
Yeah, we saw Pudding's thing. You know
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I believe I do know the things you were saying. Yes. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. That's
that's
well, great.
Up. And it's really cool.
Maybe
it's great.
It is great, and perhaps this the Whole Cake Island arc is quite luscious and delicious and excellent overall. I'm happy to say. And if you get caught up, hey, maybe this legendary appearance on the podcast could happen.
What chapter is One Piece at currently? Like how?
It's like 900 something, right?
Oh, you're
at around
close,
965 or so. So he's got 100 chapters.
I've only
to go,
got 100.
I like how you have like barely any. You're almost caught up with 100 something chapters. Meanwhile, like I'm reading Beastars, which is like 150 chapters in total.
Yeah.
No, I read like 100 and I read like 120 chapters the other day, and
there you go. Yeah,
it's pretty good.
That's about
I wasn't
12
doing
volumes.
anything. Yeah,
that's cool. Did you read through all of Zoe in doing that?
Zoe? Wait,
on the island on the big elephant man.
Yes.
Oh, I fucking love that arc, man. Oh, the fucking Raizo arc with the mink. Oh my god, it's one of my favorite moments in the whole fucking series.
Oh wait, they still got Carrot. Carrot is still around from there.
Oh, everyone's favorite character, fucking Carrot. Oh, she's gonna join the crew.
I mean, she is pretty cute. She's not gonna.
That's her only positive quality. Goddammit.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Of course.
She's literally like the female Chopper. Chopper has done nothing for 1,000 chapters. She is like the
female Chopper. Even though there is literally a female Chopper. There's like a reindeer nurse lady.
Oh yeah,
but that's not the female Chopper. Carrot is the female Chopper.
You know, I'll just we'll move on from One Piece, guys. I promise. But I just want to say that on the subject of Chopper, Chopper is the One Piece member who has been the most forgotten as a real character by a huge margin. I mean, guys like Brook get some stupendous moments at various times. Frankie once in a while gets a little cool fight in Dressrosa, but Chopper. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But there is a great opportunity. Wano is kind of like the Zoan arc, and Chopper is the Zoan guy on the crew, and the fucking monster balls, or the rumble balls, are like a unique thing that tie into like Zoan powers. If Oda doesn't capitalize on that, I will be so deeply disappointed, but I have almost no faith that anything interesting will be done with Chopper ever again until the end of the series. There's just too many characters.
I gotta say, I still don't like Jinbei that much.
Oh, brother, you're preaching to the choir over here, man.
I'm just not that interested in Jinbei. I'm not that interested.
God,
I'm not interested in Law. Like,
you're saying all the right things, Ben. You're doing it.
It's just that I feel like Oda makes a really big deal out of like Jinbei coming back, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, you know, it's a funny thing because when you realistically think about it, Jinbei has done some truly stupendous things to help the Straw Hats. Like, he saved Luffy at Marineford. He did that. He joined the rebellion, like, to leave the jail.
Well, so did so did Bon Clay. Nobody's going wild about Bon Clay over here.
Guys, I had to look up Carrot because I wanted to see how cute she is, and I like this form of her. It's in the gross disgusting thing.
Oh, it's gonna be a spoiler. Don't show Ben. Don't show Ben.
Oh, okay. Well,
sorry, Ben.
I'm not reading it, so I'll check it out, Mage.
I mean, yes,
you know what? I don't care. I'm looking. I'm fucking looking.
Oh, well, shit.
It's pretty.
Is that real?
Yeah, I mean it's a thing that happens. It's a
that is pretty Mage core. Holy
shit! You're not wrong.
Is that does she eat a rumble ball and that happens?
No, I mean, so all the minks have this thing that under a full moon they turn to the Sulong, which is actually exactly like Goku from Dragon Ball. He also becomes the Sulong, Monkey Man form. They just go like super powerful.
I don't feel like I've ruined anything by knowing that.
Yeah,
She just gets extra fluffy, and I like it.
And she basically goes into Mega Ampharos form.
Isn't that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, One Piece is wicked cool.
Indeed.
10 out of 10.
For all those haters out there, for all the bullies who tell me, like, no, Nate, Law is cool, Jinbei's cool, I just want to point out to the record, here's a guy who just got caught up and feels very similar to me. I'm not a crazy person. I'm not out of my fucking mind here.
That I like, Law's fine. He's not doing very much these days. Like, he'll just kind of like be
his
standing,
arc's over.
Yeah, he'll just kind of be standing behind Luffy and like make a comment here and there, and like that's cool. That's fine. When the fights were like about him, his power is not interesting. His power is dumb.
I mean, it's complicated. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like Robin's power. It's a little too open-ended for like fun shonen fights.
Yeah.
No?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
And you know, the only thing I'll say is that I definitely agree with you, and I really feel that guys like I mean, Ace is dead, but like to a degree, like Ace actually has his own bunch of like side novels that they're writing about Ace specifically in his adventures. I mean, sounds fine, but we know how that journey ends. So how interesting could they really be?
Well, I mean, hey, question.
I know it's about the adventure, not the destination. Blah blah blah.
Hey, question. Do you think that Marco the Phoenix could hurt Ace? I think yes, because if magma could hurt Ace's fire because it's hotter, Marco's Phoenix fire has to be hotter than Ace's regular fire, right?
It is explicitly stated somewhere that Marco's flames actually do not produce heat. They're a magical, special kind of fire that is totally unique and distinct from normal fire.
Never mind. They
only heal. That's what it is. I don't fucking know.
Excellent.
And I was just gonna say that I feel like characters like Law are literally like only consistently in the narrative still. Like we all know that it was part of his plot to like fight Kaida, so it makes sense he's involved, but he doesn't have to be on screen. Except that he places so unbelievably high in the character poll rankings that it's almost it'd be a bad move to not continually have him there. And I really feel that drives why he takes up the screen time he does to
I mean, I like what Oda will basically just have him like sort of looking grumpy and like saying something kind of like annoyed lately. Yeah. And like I think that's fine and good and what he should be doing.
Like, you know, Kinemon was with the boys for a long time, and I like never got annoyed by Kinemon. I just would be like, what's this guy doing? When's he gonna get his thing? And he finally has in Wano, so like that's cool. But I don't know. Lots to say about all these things. Go listen to the podcast.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh boy.
I has a question.
Sure. Yeah.
Have you guys like seen any discourse about Naruto, like Sakura versus Hinata and stuff on your Twitter? Because I've seen loads of it. I think
particularly.
No.
I think it comes from one source particularly, but like they're very passionate.
Is this Boruto related or
no,
classic Naruto?
Just in general, I think it might span the whole Naruto verse or whatever. People still hate Sakura, but they like Hinata apparently for the same things they hate Sakura for, or at least that's the claim people make.
They hate Hinata? Who hates Hinata?
No. She said they like Hinata. They don't like Sakura.
Yeah. But people who like Sakura, just as a backlash, start hating on Hinata just because people don't hate Hinata, and it's just such a weird, stupid mess. Do you have any feelings on either of the characters? I'm interested to hear.
I mean, it just seems...
nothing much. Not really.
I don't know. I mean, I've thought about this plenty as I was a reader of Naruto and whatnot. It just seems that Hinata is kind of she was just the. What's the word? She was kind of the grassroots favorite girl that, like, obviously not a lot of emphasis was put on her at first, but like her just quiet, like, liking of Naruto and appreciation of the character the same way the audience did. I think and like the lack of being annoying in any way. I think just did a lot to endear the audience.
It's so easy to like Hinata. It's so easy.
It is.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
it makes sense.
It's fine.
To be fair, Hinata used to be my favorite back when I was watching, just because I could sort of relate to her because shy, quiet.
It's endearing.
With Sakura, I hated her because
I like a woman to know her place. You know what I'm saying? It really does a lot for me.
But yeah, I hated Sakura just because like she was very loud, obnoxious, mean, and violent.
Yeah.
Like
it's not. That's what we all aspire to be.
I still don't like Sakura to this age, but just because there's still like lingering feelings from those times when I actually used to watch Naruto, but I haven't seen her in the new, like I haven't really watched Shippuden, and I haven't really watched Boruto.
Well,
so I don't know.
Sakura got one good fight in Shippuden
as the show goes on.
Yeah, I keep hearing.
No, she does not. Sakura sucks. She never does anything cool.
She has some cool scenes, like when she fights. What's his name? The puppet guy.
I was going to say, yeah,
let's not forget. Let's not
really
forget
good.
that in that fight. Look, I watched that fight again. It's not even really her doing the fighting.
But
it is the old lady.
But it's her super strength. Like she legitimately brings her own super strength to contribute to that battle.
Okay, you are not wrong, and that's
she's
true.
She's not like a non.
Well, as the fight goes on,
that's the best thing Sakura ever did.
As the fight goes on, she has to fight by herself as well too.
If that's if that's the best thing Sakura ever did, then I guess I'm glad I stopped reading when I did.
I think that was a wise move. But compare that to at the very end of Shippuden, during the final battle, they of course give the when Sasuke finally is like, okay, I'll help you guys fight the final battle. They do the Team 7 has reunited Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. I actually just happened to see this the other day. And they give Sakura they just give her a token punch.
Agreed.
And then Naruto looks over and goes oh wow, Sakura's really come a long way. Naruto is 1 billion times stronger than this girl. Sasuke is 10 billion times stronger than her.
Okay,
it's
but
it's so pandering to Sakura fans.
Okay, but no, listen, but Sasuke has his eyes thing, and Naruto has a demon in him. Sakura is just a normal girl that just became super strong.
I know, boring.
Didn't she also become a doctor? That's pretty cool.
Well, she gets trained by what's her face,
Tsunade. Yeah,
and so she gets her.
And you know what? Tsunade
superpowers.
sucks too. Tsunade never did anything cool. She punches hard sometimes and summons a snail. These are the two things she ever does.
Punching hard's kind of cool.
Boring.
If I could
punching hard is not cool.
Snails are pretty epic.
In a series like Naruto,
I do like snails.
Okay, the problem is in a series like Dragon Ball Z, punching hard matters, is important. Technical fighting techniques matter. In Naruto, taijutsu and stuff is never developed at all. It's just either you can punch really hard or you can't. You got one card to play. And she plays that card, and it's boring every single time it's played. The punching hard card is so one note in Naruto because the series isn't designed for it.
I somehow have both feelings that Sakura is cool, but she also got totally cucked by the show and should have done more.
A bit, yeah.
I don't know how those are both in my head at the same time, but they are.
Yeah, I think Sakura does have potential, at least from what I know of her and all the things. It's just, the show doesn't, it's not about her, the show, sadly, and she doesn't get a lot of screen time. She gets token screen time.
Yes, she does. And
which
is that, quote,
is sad.
her fault? I mean, no, really. But is it her fault that she has
the worst thing
arc?
Sakura does is forgive Sasuke. I'm sorry. That was
oh my god! After all he did to her, it's fucking hilarious.
And Rock Lee is there the whole time, being the coolest guy in the entire show. Disgusting, disgusting.
Yeah.
That Sakura's why I hate women. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Let's all simmer down and just watch a good old Naruto AMV set to Linkin Park.
Yes.
And chill
how
out.
do you see into the dark?
Gotta watch Naruto versus Gaara set to Disturbed circa 2003. Yeah.
Oh, that's my shit. That's my shit, Tom. That's my fucking aesthetic.
I had once made a Naruto MV set to Evanescence Bring Me to Life.
Oh, hell yeah.
Is it still on YouTube?
You were one of the billions. One of the billions to do so. That was the primary currency of the realm at that time.
Little did we know, me and Ben both got off to the AMV Mage made back in the day before we even knew who Mage was. Our paths crossed, much like Team 7 themselves. We had a bond this way back.
We're back in action.
But okay, to be fair to Sakura and Hinata, Hinata doesn't get much development either. But I think people just shit on Sakura a lot more than they do on Hinata for the same reasons.
But do you think it's unfair?
It's because Hinata has big tits and Sakura doesn't. Big tits blind you to all character flaws.
That's part of it.
Let's
not fool ourselves. That's definitely part of it.
It's in a way, I guess, it's a little. I think it's a little unfair. I like Hinata just because the way she is. I don't need her to be strong, and I don't necessarily, I guess, need Sakura to be strong. My issue with Sakura is her personality, or used to be her personality. It probably changed since she was 12 or something.
I don't even have a quote unquote problem with her personality. I just think it's so justified to just like Hinata more because she's way more likable generally and does more interesting things.
Hinata's got a cooler power. She's got that is it Ryuga clan? Hyuga clan? She's got the Hyuga clan the Byakugan, which is awesome.
And look, it's not anyone's fault that some people have magic powers inborn. It's Kishimoto's fault for writing the series that way, that some people are just way cooler than other people.
The thing that I kind of liked is, like, they had Rock Lee kind of, like, overcoming that with pure effort. And, like, they have this kind of setup with Sakura saying, like, she wants to catch up to Naruto and Sasuke, and, like, getting her training kind of, like, sets that up, but it never really finishes. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, she gets, like, stronger, but never to, like, the same degree. And she never gets any moments like Rock Lee does. And you're just like,
and you know what? I just realized. And so, there's, remember that moment where Rock Lee's fighting that bone guy and, like, he's gonna lose. He tries the drunken technique. It doesn't, let him win. And then Gaara shows up, and he's the one who defeats that bone guy. And you know why? You know what the key advantage Gaara had over Rock Lee? As we see later, Rock Lee only had a dad who was, like, a weird deadbeat, the eternal Genin or whatever. But fucking Gaara had a loving mother who died loving him. So it's the advantage of a 2-parent household that got Gaara, that pushed him over the edge.
Gaara's like evil Harry Potter. He's like evil Harry Potter because his mom died and gave him like magic protection.
That's true.
Only it turned him into a fucking demon instead of a.
It all worked out eventually, and that was great.
Sure.
Oh, okay. You want to know the thing? Okay, this is such a perfect example of the thing I hate most about, like, writing in general, and how, like, memes of characters can become more than they were ever supposed to be. And it's that, okay, we all know Gaara. Gaara has, like, those really deep, like, black things around his eyes. And, like, it's discussed in early Naruto why that is. He cannot sleep because he's possessed by a demon. He, like, has terrible insomnia. It gives him these, like, ridges around his eyes. Okay, this is the most retarded thing of all time. It's when, way later at the end of Shippuden, Gaara's dad, like the third, what do you call it, the Wind Kage, whatever, Kaze Kage, gets revived or whatever, for like the final battle. Like, of course, like, we've seen what that guy looks like. He looks like Gaara, but without the bags under his eyes, red hair, whatever. And he fights with gold dust. Okay, that's all fine. But then, he's like, oh shit, I gotta power up to fight my fucking son. Here I go, ninja art, like, eye power. And he fucking activates, like, a ninja technique to get the, like, black lines around his eyes, as if that's some sort of advantage.
Wait, does this happen? I don't even remember this.
I'm telling you right now.
I watched this like 6 months ago.
Look like my son, no jutsu.
Was this cut from the fucking... No, what? This can't be right.
It's in there, I'm telling you. At the very least, it's in the anime, and I'm 99% sure
I remember them saying that he has those because he can't sleep. But, like, I thought that later it was just like... Because, like, obviously...
He loses the demon later, too, so why does he keep
that's
them?
That's my point. That was what I was wondering, and I thought it was just because, like, Naruto has, like, the marks on his face because he... has the demon fox, so I figured.
I think he had those when he was born, before he had the demon in him, though.
It's so fucking strange. Because Gaara has thick things over his eyes,
right?
And like that's because he's a raccoon, right? It's the raccoon demon that he had. So I was like, oh, it's like they have like facial markings to represent the beast that they had. And maybe that's what Kishimoto was going for with the initial design.
That's fine.
And then tried to justify it later or whatever. It was dumb. It was stupid.
Yep.
Keep your story straight.
Look at this fucking chud. Look at this fucking Melvin.
Oh yeah, that's him activating the secret art, eye power Gaara jutsu. That's just a fucking consequence of insomnia. That's not a real power. See, and
maybe insomnia is a power, and we're all fools.
I mean, we're all wasting how many hours of our day when we could be, praying to the Lord.
I'm gonna stop sleeping and see if I get stronger. I'll report back next episode.
It's just, okay, and I mean, for those who aren't obvious, this isn't obvious too, it's just that, like, they just made, like, a character design trope into, like, a power because, I don't know, it looks cool, I guess. It doesn't even make sense.
It's epic. Because he looks like a boy band.
It's dumb. People do this shit all the time.
Mage, and
honestly, this is the exact same logic as where hockey came from in One Piece. Like, it is that same thing. And you can do it better or worse. Hockey is generally okay. There's some problems with it. But it's this same thing that's happening here.
I'm trying to read the text in these like series of screenshots that Mage posted, but I'm just distracted by the fact that in the two close-ups of Gaara, his facial like proportions completely change, and there was no reason they couldn't just recycle that frame. It's very bizarre.
It is.
Well, what can you do? Sometimes things are shit. And by the way, I Googled it. I'm like, pretty sure Naruto had the lines on his face before he
You're
had the demons
probably
stuck
right.
into him. But I could be wrong. So I won't die on that.
Didn't they put the thing in him like the moment he was born?
Yeah.
I mean, he was
no, very
born
closely
first, and there was
after.
some amount of time. Oh, okay. Well,
It's
if you
like
recall,
a matter of like maybe an hour or two tops, because like he's born in secret because they have to like keep him locked away and shit. Because they're and then immediately what's his face attacks them. I forget everybody's names. You know, it's only
wait
been
a
6
minute.
months.
You know what? There is one thing that I think is maybe kind of reasonable. Am I correct in thinking that his mom was the Jinchuriki of the fox before him? And okay, so the fact that the fox was up in his mom while he was born, suddenly it seems a bit more reasonable. He might have fox markings on his face.
Sure.
Because, that's the real father. The fox is the father, is my point. So, okay, fair enough. At least half the father. Okay, that one's fine, but this Gaara eye shit is the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's a blatant retcon, or just ignoring your established canon.
It's not even a retcon. It's simply a misunderstanding of his own series.
Sure.
Oh, that makes me mad.
I remember fan art of Gaara applying mascara like the emo boy that he was.
Yes.
Good boy. Good man,
thanks,
Gaara.
early 2000s internet. You shaped me into who I am today.
So, okay, we've dismantled Naruto fundamentally at an ideological level. What else? What else is on the table, boys? Anything else happening?
Well, everyone's telling me I gotta get off Twitter, and I should probably get off Twitter.
I mean, we all should.
I can highly recommend.
After this whole unpleasantness with me and Digi and Mr. Medicare.
Wait, Mr. Medicare got involved?
Yeah, did you see?
What?
Should I tell this story a little bit?
It's an interesting story. It's amusing.
I feel pretty.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, it's fine. I just I don't like how it went. I don't like how the tone of it evolved. But like,
okay,
all right. I guess I gotta talk about. Okay, you guys see that video that Medicare did about how the sausage is made? It's horrible.
I tried to watch it. I could not sit through. I don't know
this video.
I mean. Okay, it's terrible.
And I only say that because surgery looks gross no matter what it is. So that's not a criticism.
Yeah. I mean, it's an unpleasant video no matter how you slice it. But like, it's
no matter
just
how you slice it.
It's just it's like a pretty long video of like graphic like bottom surgery footage, like people getting their dicks inverted and stuff.
Oh dear.
And so it's that.
Don't want to watch that.
And Medicare, he just snarks over it the whole time. Like, it's not educational. He's there to like make fun of it, and it's really gross. Like, and on every level. And he got and he drops the fucking N-word like a bunch of times, and it's I don't know why it's not it's not even like a joke. He just says it.
Okay.
He just fucking says it for no reason. It's yuck.
Okay.
I don't like him.
Sure.
But he got deplatformed. Digi didn't agree with him getting deplatformed, which is one thing. But then he defended the video, and I think the video is indefensible. So I was like, no. And then some shit happened. And then also at the same time, coincidentally, I made some comments on May's sexy Greta Thunberg costume, which I didn't really care for. Right. But then other people jumped into that conversation, and that turned way uglier than I meant it to.
I gotta say, the worst thing about that conversation was some people said, "Are you cosplaying Sans with her blue hoodie?" Well, I was literally there cosplaying Sans. Yes, I had a black hoodie, but I was still Sans. That's the real crime being committed here.
This is a shame. What a shame. Why didn't you get in there? Why didn't you get in the photo shoot?
I should have. I should have called him out. Okay.
So I say like this. Oh God, how did it doesn't matter. Me and Digi disagreed. Digi seemed to get pretty annoyed with me over this stuff.
There were some fairly strong accusations being made.
I don't think I made any accusations that strong. Somebody asked me, is Digi on the alt-right pipeline? And I thought the question was, is he on it? Like, is he going down it? And I think that Dick Masterson is absolutely someone who's part of the pipeline. So I said yes. Okay. But it was I think the guy meant to ask, is Digi part of the pipeline? And I don't know. I'm not sure. So so that was dumb. It wasn't dumb, but we were talking about two different things.
So there's certainly some degree of miscommunication on exactly the nature of things.
But Digi got mad. Digi got mad at me because he said that I would defend Mumkey Jones while I would not do this. While I would like attack like someone like Medicare, and I was like, yeah, okay. I guess it's true. Monkey has some of the same problems here that I would object to. He kind of has the same. And I said that Dick Masterson, Medicare, and Monkey are all cut from the same cloth. They're all privileged popcorn nihilists who will hand wave away problems that don't affect them personally. And I think that's true. And Medicare saw that, and he made it his fucking Twitter bio, but he didn't understand what I meant. He didn't know the phrase popcorn nihilist, as in Charlie Brown is a popcorn nihilist, and he thought I was calling him privileged popcorn. Like, he thought that was the phrase I was trying to say. And so he was like, can't wait for the next popcorn privilege party. And I'm very upset. I was misunderstood. I don't mind that he was like, make fun of my tweet, but I do mind that he got it backwards and is making fun of a misunderstood version of it.
I don't even understand.
Misunderstanding seems to be the root of all your Twitter problems, Ben.
It's almost like the platform doesn't allow for a great degree of clarity and communication.
Maybe you're speaking madness. Use it like that. Then I don't know.
Popcorn nihilist.
Ben,
the phrase is popcorn nihilist.
Ben, you just have to do it. You just have to become a bread tuber. Like you like you're just at that point. You're just at that point.
I mean, I don't...
As much as I don't even want to encourage it, like, it's better to, like, have a video where you can actually explain your point as opposed to going on these Twitter escapades that get literally nowhere.
I guess so. I mean, comparing the two things,
it's time to graduate from the new adventures of Winnie the Pooh analysis into something truly evil.
Among the two, that's true, and I'm sure it happens less. But people can still pick and choose pieces of statements made, and even not like willfully misinterpret, but like people just inherently read what they want to into what other people say, and don't always, get down to the exact meaning the other person was saying, or take a little clip. And sure, maybe they legitimately only heard the little clip or something, but then it sounds worse.
It's all bad.
As a person who has taken long breaks from Twitter, I would highly recommend to sometimes just take long breaks from Twitter. It's not healthy. Honestly, I feel a lot better from taking breaks. Like today, I scrolled through Twitter and, I saw a lot of that Sakura and Hinata discourse. Like, who cares?
I wish my Twitter timeline had that on it. That's much better than what I usually see when it comes to drama.
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, but I just look at it and I'm just like, well, I don't want this anymore. So I shut off Twitter and I went to play Banished.
Understandable. This is, part of why I just decided a while ago. I just am not. I don't want to do this stuff. So I pretty much just follow like anime girl accounts on Twitter. That's pretty much all I follow.
Getting into arguments on Twitter is very pointless, if you ask me.
It's very pointless. Nobody's understanding each other. We're talking past each other.
If the currency of your realm, I don't know why I keep using that phrase, but like if the thing that you profit off of is like, I mean, if you're like, for example, like a drama YouTuber or like even like some kind of like political person, and people like, and you have like an ideological bent, and people just like to see fighting going, like seemingly quote unquote productive fighting against the other side. But everybody does this. Who's engaged with this to any degree. Like, it's useful and beneficial to have more of that happening so you can capitalize on it.
Yeah, but that's not me. Every time, like, I lose followers every time I get in an argument on Twitter. Like, every single time.
If you really want to, like, discuss or argue with a person, just, like, ask them if you can take it to DMs or add them on like, Discord or something. I don't know. I just don't think Twitter is a good platform for arguing, and everyone suffers for it.
A lot of I heard quite a few people shitting on you, Ben, for these things, but I must say I feel sympathetic because the nature of Twitter is so seductive. Like, I heard some people just being like, why is Ben, like being a jerk about this thing? But I just thought, well, I mean, he's just using Twitter as intended. He's just saying the thing he thinks about the thing that was posted. Is that not exactly what Twitter's
funny
for?
thing is that
I don't really think that I said anything all that inflammatory, except for maybe the pipeline thing, which was I was misunderstood in what I was saying there.
Sure, that's exactly true, because like I heard some people mad at like your response to May, for example, and I just thought I actually looked at your message. I was like, Ben seems pretty tepid here. This doesn't seem particularly mean. So I was just surprised that people were so People are like, why is he dredging up things from the past? But I just didn't seem that.
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay, you can say all you want that tweet was a month old, but like they had just discussed it on a podcast like a couple days before and had been talking about that podcast recently. So it's not dragging up old shit. It's not. Yeah, that's fair. Not
it
bad.
Feels like it if you're just on Twitter, but if you watch that podcast as I did, I think the day this happened, I was like, I see where this discussion came from, and it is not digging
I
up
listened to it too.
old shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We probably don't quite agree on
moral of the story, follow everybody
there,
on everything. Watch all the content, and you'll always know exactly what's going on, even if you don't want to.
Yeah, well...
there's just... I was very annoyed. I'm very annoyed about
it's understandable.
every aspect of what
it's
was
pretty
going
funny
on
that
there.
Twitter bills itself as a communication platform, and yet it's the worst.
It's the opposite.
It's like
more
the
like
worst
the
at it.
anti-social network. I'll say, fuck yeah, dude, got him.
Damn.
Bravo.
Shut it all down.
Bravo.
Destroyed.
Oh, dude, what if at the end of the movie, The Social Network, they like reveal that word was hidden there, like like under a sign, there's like a piece of cardboard, like falls and does that like swing off of it, in front of the sign out front of the building or whatever.
Okay.
Got him.
Final note on that: fuck Mr. Medicare. He's a Nazi. There you go.
A Nazi. I think so.
He's
the definition of that word.
Definitely
what does it mean?
He's definitely he's a fascist who hates the Jews.
Okay. Oh, hang on. What if you are that, but you aren't willing to kill anyone? Is that still a Nazi?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I would say
as long as we're clear on the terms.
I would say pretty much.
Fair enough.
There you go. All right. Good. Well, that's my story.
I'm sure everyone has their own interpretation of events and whatnot. Also, this art of Hinata in different art styles is very cute. I like it, Mage. I've seen things like that recently.
I like this idea way better.
Yeah, it's good.
Sick.
Also, look at how can you not like Hinata? She's just a lovely on the eyes.
She's easy to like.
Yeah, she's
like
designed.
She's unchallenging.
She's unburdened by
genetically
genius. The
engineered to
beloved
be a wise
Hinata.
She's unclouded by normal cognition. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm referencing there?
I don't know that one.
Well, it's a spoiler, but in Midsommar, there's a guy. Their like prophet is this the guy who's like the product of inbreeding, and he's like all messed up and shit. And like they have him like finger paint in a book, and then they like interpret what the finger paintings mean, and they say that he's unclouded by normal cognition. So me and Munchie have been saying that all the time.
My reference was
I'm feeling so unclouded right now.
What's his face? The Candyland guy, for Leonardo DiCaprio's character from Django Unchained, when he describes the old Joe Ben, who was unburdened by genius. Shaved his daddy's straight razor for 50 years. And if it was him there, he would have cut his daddy's throat, and it wouldn't have taken him no 50 years neither. Great lines, great delivery, great characters. Tacit support of slavery. Achieved. We did it.
This JoJo version. I don't like the JoJo version.
The JoJo ones, people always fuck up JoJo artwork. That's fucked up. That looks terrible.
Yeah, it's not quite it, fam.
The females are just a little bit softer looking than that. Just a little bit.
Oh, and this everybody fucks up JoJo art, and also people have a lot of trouble adapting to One Piece art too. Like this kind of looks like Hinata, but like just for example,
kinda.
Like
it's good
Nico
enough.
Robin literally had Hinata's exact haircut, and yet this looks way worse than like Robin's, because they gave it like the rounded thing on the. I don't know why they did that. They just thought that's what One Piece characters look like, I guess. People fuck up One Piece art so bad all the time.
It's hard to interpret someone else's art style perfectly. There are subtle
That's
nuance.
why we all need generic anime art style. Is the peak. We need to all convene
the
on
house
one
style, if you will.
type of drawing.
I like the
Yes.
Demon Slayer one. I like the hair, just like it all swishy.
I like the My
like,
Hero Academia one. Yeah, they're both good. They're both good.
I like the Dragon Ball Z one because it's purple. It's like
Literally
lavender.
Bulma. It's just literally Bulma.
No.
She had purple hair and blue sometimes, so she changes.
It's true.
Okay,
never
what else
liked
is going
Bulma.
on? I've got nothing. I'm out.
I bought games on the Black Friday sale, and one of them is Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, and I played it.
How is it? I've heard many things about it.
It's so cute. I love it. There's so many puns, and it's so whimsical.
Oh, no.
And I've been bothering Biter about how whimsy it is, and It's like,
there
oh,
was
so
a
much
sequel made
whimsy.
to that too, right? But this is the first one?
Yeah. And I actually bought the sequel on the PC as well because sales. And I've been wanting both
I
of
didn't
these
even
games.
open Steam on Black Friday. A small mercy. I didn't even realize I granted myself.
Oh yeah, that's smart. On Digi's recommendation, or it wasn't a recommendation, but like Digi in some podcast or something recently was just talking so glowingly about. He's like, every RPG sucks in the world lately, except for CrossCode. And I was like, ooh, what's Digi likes an RPG that he found was like worth his time? What is it?
That podcast was the content on Pokemon that you just posted a few days ago.
That's correct. That's correct.
That you were on.
These things just, they roll off my back. I can't remember anything. But I played that game. I've been playing it. I'm probably like 5-6 hours in. It's great. I fucking love it. It's fantastic.
I've heard great things. I was with Digi when he was playing it, and I'm mad because he was like, all right, I'm going to play CrossCode. I'm going to devote like 80 hours to playing this game so I can be the first one to make a fucking massive video for I Am Games about it. I'm like, all right, cool, that's sick. And then he beat it, and he's like, I don't feel like it. And I was like, you fucking
he didn't beat it. He only got 20 hours in and gave up. He gave up.
Jump on it. People are now hungry for more content. Jump on it. Do it.
I played the CrossCode demo on like Newgrounds when it was new.
Oh, shit.
It was. You ever play Phenotopia?
I don't know.
Phenotopia was like it was sort of Cave Story-esque, but like not as action-y. But it was like a side-scrolling action RPG. And it was like a Newgrounds release, like 5 or 6, maybe more years ago, and I played that, and it was really great. And like the developer has been working on remaking it ever since for the last like 6 years.
Oh my god! Okay.
And also making the sequel like at the same time, but just at that very moment, CrossCode also released its demo, and I played it. I didn't like it that much. I didn't care. I didn't see what all the hype was.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's evolved since then. Okay,
I feel like it must have because like the demo I played was like very bare bones.
I would definitely say this is not bare bones. This is I feel like there's a lot going on. It's like, but now's a good chance for me to talk about because I don't know, maybe I'll make a video on it someday, but like it's got just such satisfying gameplay of it's 16-bit graphics. You're moving around this world. You're grinding. So like every action you do, it's satisfying in the like the Egavania style, or I don't know. I get like Secret of Mana kind of. Where you're running around, you're doing melee stuff, but you've also got this very satisfying long-range combat that, to be honest, is a little hard to do with a thumbstick. It's a little bit imprecise. I feel like it maybe is better played with a mouse, but nonetheless. It's really fun, and you get party members. You're grinding, and there's this story that actually it's very much like Dot Hack. That one Dot Hack show. There's like a million shows, but the one with that guy who's like in the world and they forget how amnesia is like as a part of the narrative. But it's also very much it's like Greed Island. It's exactly like the Hunter x Hunter arc Greed Island that I just made a Wiago about because it's about like a real world place where people like warp in digital avatars to go explore, like kind of in a kind of like in Avatar the movie, how you like your consciousness like invades something else and you possess them or whatever, and you play as like a magical avatar.
Like Sword Art Online.
Well, only this is a real space. Sword Art Online's digital, but nonetheless, it's super cool, and like it's got this. This is the real hook. It's just that you start the game, you get these mechanics, but there's the big hook I have as a player is just that at the very beginning, you're told that you start off with like normal, like a normal neutral attacks that don't have any elemental properties, but like the main quest is to go and collect like the 4 elemental things, kind of like Final Fantasy style, but like they actually give tangible gameplay bonuses because each new like elemental thing you get augments your fighting like permanently, or it's just like it's kind of like a new beam you get in Metroid or whatever, and you can just like activate them and you switch between them. And just like the aspect of being on a quest where I know I'm going to get like new ways to play and like new powers I'll be able to use in like creative ways against enemies with like elemental weaknesses and stuff. And the game like looks so good and is great. I don't know. The dialogue isn't like amazing or anything, but I don't know. It's good enough. It's just everything about it just feels so appealing on just like on a gameplay level, and the story is also pretty cool too. So I'm way into it.
What you described, Nate, with the you play, you unlock more powers and stuff like that. Like that's just like most RPGs aren't isn't it? It's just like
look, it's different because this is. Oh, actually, you know what? You're right. It's like a fundamental thing, but it's really presented it in a very appealing way, and they feel like really big landmarks and big achievements. And
That's
I don't know,
good.
it's hard to describe,
I mean,
but just
yeah,
the way it's presented seems it's very appealing and very satisfying.
presentation
to
is
pursue.
important. I mean, like in a lot of RPGs, you just sort of unlock it on level up and stuff. Like, but if it's like story related,
exactly.
and I guess it's sort of neat. It's more satisfying.
It's
that
pretty
way.
Zelda-like and stuff, but it's just.
I'm
presented.
watching the trailer, and there looks like there's way more going on here.
Also,
than
there's
I remember.
there's a Saitama in it. I posted a screenshot in the thing in the chat.
Oh, did you? Let me see.
Gross, disgusting audio files.
Oh yeah, that's true.
There he is.
It's an
Holiday
indie game,
Man.
so there's memes. There's
I do not like the portrait art style.
The art is not amazing. You're absolutely right. It is not amazing. The sprites are nice though, so I'm just.
The little sprites are fine, but like, how
decent.
can you fuck those up?
I like I sort of like the oh, Gesundheit.
Thank you.
I like the
Thank you.
I like the portrait of the girl though. It's fine enough. It has extra shading than side.
Look, the story, the characters, the art, it's all bullshit. Who cares? The point is, it's a really satisfying game to play, and I'm having a great time.
Speaking of
that's what matters.
Satisfying games, other than
Exactly.
Inokuni, also I bought Divinity Original Sin 2, which I've been craving to buy for a while, and I did.
Yeah.
I only played a little bit. I just got off the ship, and I barely did anything. But I stole 8 buckets, or rather, I took 8 buckets. I put one on my head. It's a helmet now.
Wait, what is this?
A Divinity Original Sin 2.
I've heard of it.
I regret not taking the skill to talk to animals because I missed out on talking to to 2 sheep and 1 squirrel riding a skeleton cat. So sucks to be me.
There's definitely a story there for sure.
There's yes.
Alas, maybe next time.
It's fun. It's pretty fun. I hate the fact that the way you control the camera is a little bit clunky, and it takes getting used to because I'm used to like moving the camera around with my right mouse button, but no, that's not how you do it. I have to assign a different button. I mean, like, I think there's a default button. Yeah, there's a default button, but I assigned it to a different button just because it's more comfortable for me to have it on the mouse. But it's still just so annoying. If I forget how to do it, I just mess up the camera work. But thankfully, it's a turn-based game, so if I get into a battle, I'm not losing out on any time to readjust my camera and stuff.
It's like an homage to like the old RPGs of like Baldur's Gate and stuff, right?
I think so. I haven't played Baldur's Gate, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it's very RPG. Like with nice enough graphics, not super quality ones, but I mean they're good enough. They're quite neat. There's a skeleton dude that I may or may not romance. Who knows?
Who can say?
I am a tall elf lady.
I'm glad
Elves
Sans
eat
is in
flesh
this
to
game.
gain the memories of the dead, which is really cool.
Just like that comic, Chew.
It's just
You read Chew? No. He has to. He can. He's like a detective who can like eat something, and if he eats something, he can like. It's sort of like a Bruce Willis in Unbreakable. He can just sort of like sense like where a thing was, and if he has to eat something to get its like not its memories, but like its history. I think.
I've seen the concept thrown around, but yeah, like with these elves, the one elf I met on the ship, she's a lot better at telling reading memories of people. So like all she had to do was lick my arm, and you can let her lick your arm or not. And I let her lick my arm, and she could tell memories from my character's past apparently. So that's neat.
Delicious.
I like it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I accidentally became a slave to a red lizard, but I
hate when that happens.
yeah. I met up with him afterwards, and he was like, "Never mind being the slave. You saved me, so you earned your freedom." So I was like, "Okay, cool."
You know, I happen to watch that. What's his fucking like Seth Cesniak or whatever, that fucking YouTube guy with the weird name. I watched his video on Vampire: The Masquerades. You guys ever play that game? Because it looked pretty dope.
I played the online one.
When I was younger, I tried playing it, but my computer couldn't run it. But it was kind of fun, but I didn't understand anything. I was just too stupid, I guess.
It seems like a fairly large brain game.
It was. I remember people talking about one of the vampire girls looking sort of like a trashy Harley Quinn version or something like that.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
There's a sequel to that game coming out, isn't there?
They're working on it now, yeah, but people are pretty hyped, as I understand it.
Yeah.
Right.
It was sort of on sale, the game, but wasn't on a big enough sale for me to justify buying the Masquerade game.
Well, perhaps one. I was just curious if you guys played.
I have
Seth
played it.
is a big fan, as it seems. He's got
I
a lot
liked
of positive
it.
things to say.
Yeah, I remember liking it. I just don't remember anything else about it.
Well, that's it. That's my whole thought on that matter.
Philosophy Tube just did a video. It's really good. It's about, I guess it's about the video game industry, but it's in particular about like the work of Jim Sterling.
Yeah, I saw that thumbnail, and he just dressed up as him. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's good. It's about how the tendency toward monopoly in particular in the video game industry can let companies like basically buy their way out of the supposed advantages offered by the free market.
Monopolies of which companies? The developers or the distributors or something?
Publishers, right?
Both, I guess.
Okay.
Wherever the money is.
I know just Jim Sterling usually has issues with publishers more than anything else. That's like his go-to to make money.
I would think so.
Piss on the publishers. Which is usually justified.
Not the developers in particular so much.
Okay.
But, stuff like loot boxes and whatever. Ways that like moves that the video game industry makes towards like extracting more value without providing a better product or like providing a service to more people or anything like that.
Sure, I think we can all get behind that being some bullshit.
the rentier economy where you make money not by producing anything but just by owning something, whether it's like a building that you rent or just like intellectual property rights that you just have. And,
I'm sensing a certain ideological bent to some of these points.
No shit. No kidding. All right.
Well, I mean, those are good things to talk. I mean, fucking, I wish that. I was just thinking about a game that Metal Gear Rising 2, Metal Gear Revengeance will never get made because Konami has the fucking lockdown on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing to be done.
Sometimes
but,
I think about that and I die a little bit more inside every time.
Yeah. I just saw a guy on 4chan who just had a thread with a picture of Jack about to let her rip. I just beat Revengeance.
Wasn't it sick?
Yesterday
Wasn't it sick?
It was sick. It was dope. And you know what?
Yeah.
I was I didn't expect to, but the senator was making. Okay,
dude,
don't say he was making
Armstrong
some good
was
points.
red-pilled as
Well,
fuck,
okay, is it
dude.
not? He was making some good points and many terrible ones.
Like,
I mean, surely
okay.
This is a
Sure.
reasonable.
Yeah, sure. You got to pepper some truth in there.
Of course. Like the whole premise of this thing was like, I want America and Americans
to be great
free
again.
from
Legend.
the war economy and to be free to fight for things they believe in, not be slaves of this like weird, fucked up fucking thing where they're fighting for values they don't give a shit about or they don't understand. It's basically like a criticism of neoliberalism, as I understand it. But like I'm noticing that what he's saying is we want this for Americans and we will start wars to get there. Fuck everybody else. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm for starting many, many wars for the benefit of the Americans that survive at the end of the day.
Is the idea that just America's gotta like fucking conquer everything so we don't have to fight anymore? Is that the plan?
I'm not gonna lie. I need to see it again to fully digest his point because
he makes this rousing speech while he's beating the shit out of you. So there's a couple things going on in the scene at once.
I get the feeling that he's just like Luffy. He's just like, the king of the pirates is the one who's the most free. So America's got to be king of the pirates.
I mean, he comes
can be free.
and Raiden's fighting him, and Raiden's like, "Oh, I know what you're up to, Senator. Like, you're a selfish crook politician, just like everybody else. You just want to like start war to personally profit off of it." And then Armstrong comes. He's like, "No. Foolish child, you don't understand anything." Like, he actually has sincere beliefs, but his sincere beliefs are, like, first of all, he literally says, "Make America Great Again." It's fucking insane.
The best moment
that's epic.
in video games. Oh my
before
God.
Trump ever fucking ran. I mean, I think Reagan had said it, so like maybe they lifted it from Reagan or something. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
No,
Well,
he
Reagan
never
said "Make America Great."
No.
again.
And that's why
Yeah?
Trump used "Make America Great Again." It was like a
Well,
callback.
I'm sure someone in the
Reaganism.
past used the phrase "Make America Great."
I was just
again.
wondering
but it was
if this was lifted
it was
from something.
It
but-
Yeah,
wasn't anyone's
it was
slogan
Senator
before.
Armstrong, the legend.
Oh, right, of course. So, what was the point I was making? Just so, like, Ryden assumes he's just an evil, corrupt politician. Like, in actuality, it's a bit more complicated. The senator, he actually wants, like, America to be free. He actually does seem to have this, like, libertarian mindset
Yeah, he
about
wants us
himself.
to be king of the pirates. I assume.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't want to. He's not a fascist. He's just willing to engage in war to like destroy. He wants to like break down America. I guess you'd call it accelerationism or whatever. He wants massive wars to like just to literally drain the swamp and shatter like the current existing status quo, and then impose, as I understand it, like basically anarcho-capitalism or something, where people are just on their own. Like the weak will be subjugated by the strong because that's how it should be. You know, things of this nature. seem to
Okay,
be
I
his-
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some Randian shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you know
Okay.
what? There's a lot of appeal. There's a lot of appeal.
Epic.
Like a banana, there's a lot of appeal going on here.
See, Ben, it all works out for you because Raiden like slices his chest open and crushes his still beating heart, as you
It
would
was
like
fucking
it to
sick.
be. It was fucking dope
I have
as
seen.
shit.
I'm not a Metal Gear guy. I've like barely played any Metal Gear, so I haven't played Revengeance. But I've seen Matthew Matosis's video about
Yes.
Revengeance, so I know about the battle with Armstrong, and it does look sick.
Oh,
as hell.
it's
You know,
grand.
some people were saying that, like, Nate, a lot of people think this is the best final boss of all time. Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's definitely up there. I still, Xemnas and Kingdom Hearts 2, what can I say? Best game
it's
ever.
I mean,
best
Armstrong
boss
is
ever.
cool as hell.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt.
He,
No
he,
fucking
like,
doubt.
He's undeniably a
And I mean,
badass.
up to this
And
point,
it's
he's
pretty
just a fucking
awesome.
politician who then you think
Yeah.
is just piloting a Metal Gear. But no,
Right,
he's
no.
also a nanomachine-powered monster man.
I was so
Fucking
happy.
insane.
I played that game way late, but I didn't spoil myself on anything, so all of it was just like pure fucking hype.
Holy shit.
The amazing fucking cheesy line when Jack's like, it's like, I thought my sword was a tool for justice, but I might have been wrong. Besides, this isn't my sword. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
that's a
yeah,
great
let's
fucking line,
do
man.
this shit.
That's a great fucking line.
Oh, my God.
But you know, Ben, there's one other point. Speaking of One Piece, as we were saying before, I was curious. Here, I'm going to post an image that, apparently this came afterward, but I can't help but feel like there are a lot of similarities between, like, hockey in general and, like, the Senator. Now, I don't know which
Nanomachine.
came
Doesn't
from
he
which.
turn his arms black with like
His whole body becomes
goo?
black at various
Yeah.
points. And
Yeah.
my boy Virgo here, he's just,
Yeah.
first of all, problematic blackface. Not appreciating that, Virgo. Although I still argue he's black
not
coded.
appreciate? Yeah.
And I'm just saying, there's a lot of similarities between these two characters. And I believe One Piece did invent hockey first, like a couple of years before Revengeance came out. So I'm wondering if perhaps Revengeance decided to crib a little bit from One Piece. I don't know. These things are fairly
We'll
similar.
never know.
I mean, man,
never know.
I saw who was it? There was a no, it wasn't Renegade Cut. It was
shit.
Super Bunny Hop. Super Bunny Hop made a video. I was rewatching some Super Bunny
Yeah,
Hop.
I'm sorry.
yesterday.
Just look at this. You might not like it, but this is what peak male form looks like. Fuck yeah, Virgo.
Oh, my God. What a
Yeah.
legend.
He's beautiful.
His
Dude,
neck
he
is
needs
Traps.
He needs to hang out
Two
with
of his
Tagoro
heads.
immediately. They would
He's
be
just
bros
like a big
forever.
bundle. He's just a big bundle of ropes.
That's correct. Also, he got so much bigger. It just for comparison's sake, look at him in the manga. Like he's still huge, but not on this level in the fucking anime.
Yeah.
Well done, boys. Well done. The
I'm
bigger the
glad they
better, I
dial
say.
it up to 11. That's incredible.
Me too.
But the
I'm
Super
not.
Bunny Hop does a video about Evangelion and Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch to say about that, but like in particular, like Evangelion is like culturally ubiquitous over there. It's like
Yeah.
known in the way that like Star Wars is like widely known over here, which is
Yeah.
incredible. I didn't really know that it was like to that extent. But I imagine One Piece is probably like kind of the same. Like everybody knows One Piece.
Yeah, at least to
over
a
there.
degree. They'll know
It's-
Luffy. They'll know Chopper probably. Things like that.
Yeah. So like, It wouldn't be surprising if like some concepts from One Piece had bled into someone like oh fuck, what's the Metal Gear Solid guy's name?
Raiden?
No, the guy who made
Kojima.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising if some had bled into it, like just from such like a hugely popular, culturally ubiquitous franchise like One Piece.
It's not crazy to think.
And he's the kind of guy, like Metal Gear Solid is a fucking cultural mishmash that he just made up from shit that he'd seen, like any work of art is. So,
Sure. Did you know that out of every 5 Japanese citizens, one of them has a One Piece podcast?
Amazing.
It's just, the podcast is just wrote daily life over in
There's
Japan.
so much. Yeah, you'll never run out of content to consume. Learn Japanese right now. It's
wise. It's wise.
Yeah. What? Munchie just called me.
Munchie.
Why did he call you?
Munchie, if you have time to call Ben, you have time to be on the podcast.
Call into the show, why don't you? Yeah.
Disgusting.
Wait, okay, he's typing. Let's get an explanation for this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
explain yourself.
I'll be happy to hear what he has to say. But
you don't have to wait for it. I don't know how long it'll be. Okay,
we could go to the fucking voicemails.
It might be a whole novel. Oh yeah, voicemails. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we've only got a couple here, but I think there's 4 total today. So not nothing too brutal. Yeah, all right, fuck it. You guys, we're good? Go to voicemails?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Okay. Let me see. Of course, everybody leave down below in the description. There's a link to the SpeakPipe. Leave us voicemails so we can play them on the show if they are of a quality persuasion. Okay, let's go to the first one. First up is, let me see. Yes, here we go. This is the No Nut November Comrade, as in comrade, but C-U-M, sends message to enemy Coomers. Okay, well, it's December 1st today, so the walls are splattered white across the nation, across the world. So let's see what he has to say for himself. Go.
30 of November 2019. T-minus 7 hours till the big nut. In a couple hours, I will finally complete No Nut November and show all of you disgusting Coomers just how superior I am. It shows my willpower is so fucking strong that I can resist the urge to nut. You disgust me, you lowly peasants who cannot handle your dick. You cannot handle to not handle your little dicks. Fuck off and die, Coomers.
I can't handle the responsibility.
Damn. Got me good.
Thank God No Nut November's over today when we were recording this.
Indeed. It feels good. I'm sure our mighty comrade here has done just fine and is currently enjoying the fruits of his labor.
Yes.
Congratulations, sir.
Blessed
all right,
be.
That's that. Blessed be. Let's go to the next one. What do we got? This is okay. I don't actually know what this stands for. Any idea what it's called? UGWG E-Girl.
Nope.
United Gamers with Girlfriends. I don't know.
Maybe it's Ugly E-Girl.
Ugwig. I just don't know. Okay, well maybe it'll become clear. I don't know. Okay, here we go, and here they go. Play.
So I had an e-girl who was a big titty goth girlfriend. And
nice.
She says I should drink more Mountain Dew. And tells me I should say the N-word more. Who trash talks and gets in deep with FaZe Clan. One day, the 360 no-scope silent shot her. She's in MLG, quick-scoping montages all over the internet. I just want to see her game again. I just want to let her know that I don't care that she got pwned. So, I join the public lobby and go AFK, so my KD ratio drops. And you know what? She calls me a noob. She unfriends me on Xbox Live.
Oh,
now, I see the funny
tragedy.
side. Now, I'm always saying the N-word. Nick.
He finally sees the sunny side. I mean, wait, the funny side of life. Right. Yeah, good.
I've learned my new favorite euphemism is the gamer word.
Yes, yeah, that's a good one.
I learned that recently.
And sometimes you have a gamer moment when you say the gamer word.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. What exactly is an e-girl? Is it just a girl you know on the internet?
I would argue it's a more specific thing than that.
Like it's. I thought that it was like a titty streamer or like a female e-celeb.
Right. I would
think it's mildly defamatory to just call any girl online an e-girl. That doesn't seem.
I thought it was like a girl
no distinction
who had some sort of like presence or trying to do something on the internet.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're not just
Urban
on
Dictionary.
the internet passively.
Nate, return Urban Dictionary.
Yes,
Go.
she's right.
Oh, you're right.
She's right.
Very
Let's go.
Why guess when we can know?
Well, because I thought it was like a female e-celeb, but then I feel like people toss the word around in a way that it just means any girl on the internet.
You know, I think it's kind of a nebula, or it's got fuzzy
and
edges.
Like everything on social media,
it
has multiple definitions depending on who
well,
you
here's
ask.
the top one on Urban Dictionary. E-girl. Finally, we've got the authority weigh in. Okay, here we go. E-girl. An e-girl is a species of emo usually found on TikTok, but commonly spends time on Tumblr.
All right, I don't give a shit about the Zoomer definition. I want to know what an adult has to say on the matter.
I mean, commonly found doing the meme dance, but has probably never seen it before. Okay, some of these things
You do
seem
not
reasonable.
have to be emo to be an e-girl.
Okay, all right, let's go to definition 2
here.
here. This second definition is better, I think. Okay, here we go. So definition 1 of section 2 here is, e-girls are usually girls who play games online and can be found on either Twitter or Discord. They send nudes/thirst traps or even sell them. They can also be found on Twitch, but the difference between a normal girl who plays video games and an e-girl, okay, good, we're making the distinction, is that an e-girl begs for money or sells herself for it. You can theoretically beg for money and not be an e-girl, but if you're like selling sexy pics, that's definitely e-girl territory.
That seems much closer to my general understanding of e-girl.
I've seen Discord servers like say that like we have e-girls in our Discord server as like a selling point, but it sounds like a derogative. Yeah.
I mean,
I thought it was going to be a negative. Like, stay away. We've got e-girls in our ranks. Don't come in here, boys. Protect.
No, like when I went on like various there are sites that like you can like search and find Discord servers on, and I put Endless War on a couple of them, like just to.
Ben was Googling how to meet e-girls online. Please, someone tell me.
I saw, and I would see the term e-girl, and I was like join our server. You know, we're a cute, comfy community based server. You know, we got custom roles, we got e-girls, we got e-boys, and I'm like, do we want those things? Are those good things? I don't. What happened to culture?
It depends on the perspective, but generally
I'll be spending my evenings at the opera. Thank you very much. Not on your Discord server.
I think when you call a girl an e-girl, usually it could be taken as a bad thing to be called, but so some people just wear it with
Unless
pride,
you're
I guess.
pro-slut.
Pro-slut.
It really depends on the perspective and the person.
We call it
vaguely
sex positive these days, Nate.
You're right. I prefer my ancient term, pro-slut. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. I don't know. It's open to interpretation. If you like it, great. As a father or a mother, would you want your daughter to be an e-girl? Perhaps that's the operative question to ask.
Probably not in the strictest definition of the term. No.
Indeed. Oh, but you know, I was thinking that like if a girl is in these Discord chat girls who will come in there and they'll start to throw around some ooh-woos. They'll start to throw around some oh-woos.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what they're doing. They're baiting me. I can't resist an ooh-woo, especially capitalized, bolded, italicized. I'm putty in their hands. And this is female power, and frankly, it's toxic, and it has to be checked.
Mage is ooh-wooing right now.
Yeah.
It's not ooh-wooing, it's nyoron.
Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's a whole other level. Mage is advanced here. I'm not even ready to face that kind of demon.
You know, I just thought I'd play this one briefly as an example. This seemed like a good voicemail, but just listen to how unintelligible this voicemail is from the ghost of Scumbag Chris. If you want to go listen to it, it's on the fucking SoundCloud. Just give this a listen for 1 second. Oh shit, it didn't work. Wait, hang on.
It's pretty bad.
I got it. Okay,
totally
and
inaudible.
Go.
I just wanted to point out, first loser of Fine Purpose November, it only becomes such by the end of November.
See, can you make out any of this?
I see the problem.
Bits and
All right,
pieces.
stop disconnecting.
I heard
it's
the
something
word
about
November.
I heard
There's
November.
something about No Nut November was being discussed. I just, guys, you should listen back to your own shit if you listen, because that I just cannot fucking tell.
Okay, no.
what the fuck that
Listening
was
back.
saying.
No. Listening back isn't gonna work because you know what it's supposed to say, so you hear it. Ask someone else to listen it for you.
You know, that's a better suggestion.
If you're not sure,
suggestion.
get a second opinion. That
because some people I know, they'll like play something on a speaker and hold it up to their microphone and it gets more distorted or things of this nature. I know there are some ways around it that some people around here discuss. So this is just one of these public service announcements. If it's unintelligible, even if it sounds potentially good, obviously it's going to be an issue for playing on the show.
It's actually bad.
It's actually not quality.
All right.
Well, that's it. That's our last voicemail.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
there was just a couple today.
Oh,
there were
we've only
not
gone.
too many.
We're only on an hour and 18.
Uh-oh,
My
stall
God.
for time, stall for time.
Only
oh,
an
wait a minute.
hour.
I'm sorry. I skipped one. I did actually skip one now that I look at it. Whoops.
Oh, it
okay,
better
all
be
right.
a
It's
good
gonna
one.
be a 40-minute voicemail.
Save
Let's
us.
go.
It's 100% not. It's
Nice.
No, it's not. This is another kind of okay, let me just fucking play it. All right, here you go. It's voicemail god redemption. Go.
What's up, voicemail god? I'll try to make it quick. Okay,
Sup?
look, I don't think it's very fair that you're giving other people a chance to start arcs and finish their arcs when you're not willing to finish mine. I just want some redemption. Can you please finish my arc? Guess who I am? Hippo, Nate, Ben.
Oh my god.
The most you guys could know me. Your other hint is Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts, okay? It'll all make sense in due time.
Are you Keyblade Spirit? Is that you? I don't fucking know. That could be you. It definitely could be you. But listen to the entitlement. Once again, it's not fair you finish other people's arcs. Okay, you know what? I'll give you that.
Keyblade Spirit is a good guess. Like I have no other guess beside that, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Are you Keyblade Spirit? There you go. But I mean, you must certainly understand a fair voicemail god.
Hey, you know what? You know what happened?
Yeah.
Something funny happened in it was during Slime Fest. Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah?
You know what? I want to say something. People don't know. Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers is on a new channel. And
that's right.
The
That's
newest
right.
episode, like the full like real episode, not a Twitch VOD re-uploaded, but like an actual like me and Munchie sit down and make like a 3-hour long actual RFCK episode is up. It is the most recent video on the Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers channel, and it's only got like 400 views, and I think a lot of people just don't know it's there, but it is.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We've moved to a new channel, so link in the description for that.
Okay, excellent.
Speaking of Munchie, did he ever explain himself to you why he called you?
Yes, he did. He said, I didn't mean to call you, but I did mean to ask if I got clearance to listen to Storm Before the Storm, which is a book we were talking about that I did listen to on Audible, but I was going to listen to it again, but I think he wants to do it, and yeah, I'm not re-listening to it. So the answer was yes. Yes,
Word.
been listening to books. I was streaming. We were streaming Slime Fest yesterday, and at the very end of it, spoiler alert, I won the moral victory as always.
Way to go! Which is another way of saying of losing the actual competition.
That's not true. That's just not true. It's all in how you look at it.
Okay, understood.
Victory is a social construct. And so at the very end, we were talking about what the next contest would be, and I said karaoke contest. And I was reminded of the karaoke contest between Christine Weston Chandler and Liquid Chris, Solid Chris and Liquid Chris, when Chris challenged Liquid to a SingStar karaoke contest to determine who was the real Chris. And I said this
incredible.
And then I went back to record what's the word, to make the VOD, to highlight the VOD so it would be saved. And I see at the very end, after I said that, Chris appears in chat to say, a karaoke contest to say who's who sounds a little too familiar.
Lol.
I was like, lol, she heard me say the whole thing. And I just missed.
That's hilarious.
I think that was the only comment she made. And she just like shows up to my streams now. It's pretty funny.
Well, I mean, yeah, clearly invested in the narrative to some degree.
It's pretty funny. I've been a little slower on the Slime and Punishment updates lately, but I've got a couple in the can ready to go. Maybe later today or tomorrow.
Sick.
Yeah.
I've been checking your feed, looking for him regularly. So you've got at least one person.
Yeah,
you've got at least one person who gives a fuck.
I'm really looking forward.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm holding out for that Keg Standard cameo. Although I did see him in what was it? Phantom Horn was like thinking about something, and he had a little thought bubble.
He's talking. He's talking to Doopity and Toopity. And he's talking about the importance of... Today I learned about the importance of loving your brother, even when you don't always get along. line cribbed directly from Friendship is Witchcraft.
Yeah.
I guess it won't spoil too much. I think there will probably be a Keg cameo in the epilogue.
Sure, seems
I think that would be an appropriate time for it.
As long as it's appropriate.
Yeah.
No interference here with the artistic process.
Yeah, and I won't say in what context, but that's
Good.
the tentative plan.
So, guys, you can all put down your pitchforks, your favorite character. Just give it a little time. All these bullshit meme side characters, they'll get out of the way soon.
I'm really looking,
your beloved hero.
I'm really looking forward to having it done because I feel like when I say, guys, it's done, it's finished, I feel like that's the point when a lot of people will be like, oh, okay, if it's actually done, then maybe I'll go back and read it. Because like that's what I did with Bale Jape. Like when Hippo said like, oh yeah, I just released the finale, it's over. I was like, oh shit, I guess I gotta read it now. And I did.
People love a finished product.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Read Bale
Speaking
Jape
of finished products,
good.
we should show the new bonus episode because it's good. Or so.
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Yeah, maybe I would have remembered at the end, but yeah, the new bonus episode is the day of recording. I'll be releasing it after we're done, and it's game development. And there's a whole bunch of links to games we've made, including the ones we mentioned before. There's my little demo I made with my buddy John. I forget, Untitled Music Jumper featuring QT Bass Drop. There's of course the Azumi game stuff is linked in there. Mage has some works, some artwork from various projects. Other things too.
The Saint Comics, the Champion game, which has just been up on saintcomics.com the whole time, but I link that too, I guess.
Indeed.
Also,
there's my old game Bell I made with my buddy Rich back in the day in college. That's a good time too.
An Endless War slime game.
If you can call it a game,
slime
and not
gang,
a lifestyle.
It's more of a lifestyle choice. Yeah.
All right, we've delayed long enough. We can wrap it up here, I think, boys and girls. We've done our due diligence. We won't torment you any longer.
Yeah.
So let's see what's going on. Of course, patreon.com/theprocrastinators is always going on. It's the hip happening place for all your social media updates and currency draining exchanges.
If you're on
$5,
if you're in the
you
Discord
get all the bonus
server,
episodes.
you don't even need Twitter anymore. It's just outdated at that point.
Yeah, get off Twitter and
So
get
true.
in the PCP Discord. That's
very
it.
true.
That's what it's
very
about.
true. It's better anyway. The other day, someone in your Discord, Ben, first of all, they added me. They added me specifically.
Did they?
And just said like some. I mean, in my opinion, it was horrific bullshit. But I mean, the way that I read it, I won't say their name because like we made peace, but it sounded like what this person's point was like, hey Nate, just so you know, like everything you've ever done is like a pale shadow of Digi, and you're pathetic, and I don't respect you.
Wow,
I mean,
dear.
okay, I'm exaggerating for comedic effect right now, but that was kind of the gist of what I read into it. When actually, so I got very angry, but as we teased it out, their point seemed more to be, hey Nate, I don't actually think content is the best use of your time, and would prefer you to do like your big videos. And well, okay, just say that then.
Yeah, that's a very different.
That's a very different.
But if they just said
right?
that, they wouldn't make you mad and get a response out of you.
Oh my God, you've cracked the code. That's very true.
Culture
That's
works again.
That's true. Well, it's all right. It's all right. Message interpreted better, and all is well. What were we talking about? Oh, yes, of course, money. Patreon.com/theprocrastinators. $5 bonus episodes. Game Dev 1. Actually a good bonus episode, guys. Actually
What
a
do
good
you mean?
one.
They're all
I promise.
gems. I don't know
They're
what
all
you're
gems, but
talking
some
about.
sparkle more than others.
Most of them are gems in the rough, so just lumps of coal. But
That's
this one is actually a semi-formed one.
This one's
We all have
particularly
experience,
lustrous.
projects to share. Indeed. And go listen to that and the 31 other episodes, 32 total of the bonus episodes for the low fee of $5 on the Patreon. $1,
Lord.
you're in the bonus, not the bonus, the PCB Discord, the Patreon Discord. Good times. Be there, obviously, as we said before. And more, hey, as much as you want. You could also go give $5 a month to the PCP Minecraft server if you want as well.
Okay.
Play Minecraft with us. We got a stream coming up. I think right now we have it scheduled for Friday, December the 13th. So keep an eye out for that if you want to play. So we'll be there around then sometime in December. And what else is going on? At TP Crastinators on Twitter. Updates and whatnot, retweets, etc., etc. And of course, SpeakPipe. Leave more voicemails so that we can respond to them here on the show. Thanks, everybody, for doing that. Voicemail God, I forgive you. All right, we'll see you next week,
And
everybody.
there it is, character arc concluded. Forgiveness, redemption.
All right, see you next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, thank you.